Viewing figures are like empires. They rise, they fall. I didn't think of this opening skit that much. Let's just skip to the titles. So, the finale is upon us, and yep, I'm doing another Cyberman finale that has the Master in it. But in all honesty, Ascension of the Cybermen was actually really good, and so has Series 12 as a whole so far. I've only really been very unimpressed by one episode, and that's the one I reviewed, so that's fun. But let me just go through Ascension of the Cybermen real quick. The first aspect I want to talk about is that opening shot, and it's beautiful and it leads into the title sequence, and it's just, good. One thing that we get struck by right away are the sequences that intercut the actual plot, and those are the sequences with Brendan. And by the looks of it, it might be early to mid 20th century, or it's just Chris Chibnall just doing Born and Bred again. These sequences are quite good. You can tell this is like Chris Chibnall's bread and butter. But in all honesty, they're great, and it's a good mystery, and it's just like, it gets weirder and weirder, and I like Surrealist Doctor Who. Like, this is Surrealist in the sense that you don't know what's going on, and you also don't know why. And questions will probably be answered in The Timeless Children, but for now, this sets up a good mystery of why all this stuff with Brendan is going on. The Doctor and co. find possibly the last human settlement, with only 7 humans left. The Doctor and her fam set up defenses, but they're blown up and half the humans die in the battle. It's great to see the Doctor lose sometimes, because she's not impervious to defeat. And not only that, she snaps at the companions because she's just stressed out by the situation, because the Cybermen are a real threat, and that's what Chris Chibnall's done right. I feel like Chris Chibnall, with the big 3 main monsters, has established them as a threat and made them serious, and he hasn't had to kill any important character to do so thus far. I say thus far, we don't know what's going to happen next time. The companions are also split up, and I think the best episodes of this season have been the ones where the companions have been split up. So Graham and Yaz team up with most of the survivors, whilst one survivor teams up with the Doctor and Ryan. Now, the Doctor, Ryan, and the person hijack the Cyberman spaceship, and we'll get to what they have to deal with after I speak about what the others do. The others eventually land on this Cyberman spaceship with a bunch of cyber warriors in storage. Very evocative of Tomb of the Cybermen there. All the scenes with these characters just feel real, and they all feel interesting in their own ways. Also, Graham...
You are really strange.
Excuse me, I'm the most normal bloke you're ever going to meet.
Yeah, Bradley Walsh kind of flubbed that one up. We also get a little bit of poetic dialogue when the Doctor speaks with the lone Cyberman. I forgot about the Cyberheads. Oh boy, the Cyberheads. I don't like them. I don't mind drones, but if you're going to do drones, make them the Cybermats. If you're going to do flying Cyberheads, that's fine, as long as they latch on to people and start converting them. That's what I want to see. I guess we can speak about the cyber designs now. I love them. I'd never really liked the Nightmare and Silver designs, but in all honesty, it was mostly just the helmet. The rest of the design, I'm neutral on, but the fact that they've just gone like, right, let's just make it the Invasion Cyberman helmet, improves it so much. It's my favourite New Who Cyberman design. Also, the Cyberman Scene is so good, it feels like the March of the Cybermen, or it mainly just feels like the 5 Doctors Cybermen, mainly. And yes, Sagan's just done it, it just feels like the Cybermen again. The Doctor, Ryan, and... what's his face? I can't be bothered remembering these characters' names, they're probably all gonna die anyway. I'll remember them for the Timeless Child review, by the way. Yeah. Sorry, I really just want this out. They all are on the planet, and there's this strange portal to another world. That world is Gallifrey. Also, the Cybermen sort of wake up in the ship. And, you know, everyone's probably gonna die or be converted. Cutting back onto the beach that the Doctor, Ryan, and the other people are on, someone jumps out of the portal. It's my boy! My boy is back! I've missed you, even though you know, were only here like 7-8 weeks ago. And yeah, that's really the cliffhanger. There's not really much I dislike about this episode. There's only really a few dialogue scenes, but even then, the dialogue doesn't bother me that much. There were quite a few issues, but they were all very minor. In all honesty, my biggest issue was the fact that the Cybermen kept saying delete. Yeah, I don't really have many issues with this. I don't really have many evaluative thoughts. I just find it interesting that this time the Cybermen's primary objective is to kill rather than to upgrade. Because surely a few more troops wouldn't harm. Oh no. That's weird, but I could sort of understand it. But now they're on the ship, maybe they will upgrade. Who knows? I've literally, this episode, I've not got much to say. It's quite good, it's solid, and I only really had interesting stuff to say about the Cybermen and the born and bred Brendan scenes. So, I'm gonna give this episode a 9 out of 10. The second episode better live up to this. So I guess thank you for watching. Sorry I didn't really go too in-depth over this, but I've really just spouted the things that I liked and disliked about this episode. The next episode is going to be reviewed by me as well, so you don't need to worry about continuity between parts and all of that. That's going to be good. Yeah, and next time I will use my camera, because I'm not pressed for time while editing. And I find it easier to edit with just the audio, but, you know, I want to do something, I want it to be special for the finale. Bye, I guess!